Greetings, viewers, and welcome to another episode of the Collection Crib. I'm your host, Tylercloud. Today, we're going to be putting together the Mega Construx Pokemon Onyx Super Battle Set. Oh my goodness, where do I begin with this? Back in 2018, my brother Slobberus and myself, we visited a GameStop, and the first thing we noticed was this table full of Mega Construx Pokemon toys. And we knew nothing about them. You know, we just thought it was just kind of a knockoff of Lego or whatever. We didn't even think of Mega Bloks in mind. But anyway, the one that I noticed, of course, was the Raichu all by himself that I got. But the one that Slobberus got, that he let me borrow for this episode, is the Onyx Super Battle Set because, well, he loves Onyx. But look at this set. You've got 6 Pokemon, and for what I can tell, it's the show. It's mainly from the original show, because look at this. You've got Ash's Pikachu, you've got Misty's Staryu, and you've got Brock's Onyx facing Team Rocket's Meowth, Ekans, and Porygon? Okay, wait. Where's Coughing? Was Coughing too complex to make or something? Just make a ball out of him or something. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting ahead of myself. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. I like Porygon, but inconsistent. Team Rocket never had Porygon. It should be Coughing, not Wiggy. Hey, I mean, you gotta give Porygon some love, right? After what happened with the Porygon episode that caused the seizures that Pikachu caused. Because of Pikachu, Porygon was pretty much blacklisted from Pokemon because of Pikachu. But, you know, this is not about that seizure episode. This is about this amazing Mega Construx set. This came out in 2018, pretty much when Mega Construx was just starting out with Pokemon, and this is the most piece set I have ever seen so far. 745 pieces, and right now it breaks the record for the most pieced set that I'm going to build on my show. And what was it? Bulbasaur or the Raichu set, 621, 622, something like that. So that's pretty cool. For an early Mega Construx, let's hope that the pieces live up to the hype of how awesome or disappointing this could be built. I don't know. But before I get into it, let's look at the instruction manuals. We've got 2 of them. One's going to be for the island here and Onyx. And then the other, I think, is going to be for the other Pokemon. But let's look at the back here. Check out the other sets we've got. We've got Dragonite with different kind of wings than the ones I have. And an island there. He's got a Togetic with him. So that's kind of a cool little set from the early days. Mew and Mewtwo. That would be amazing to own. I guarantee it is expensive as hell. But yeah, that's cool. I would like to find the build and move Mew. But maybe in the future. Let's see. Totodile and Snubble. And then we've got Pikachu, who this one was like, I believe, over 800 pieces. I mean, just look at this thing. I mean, its cheeks are ginormous. But that's a pretty cute Pikachu, and there's multiple sets, but enough about that. Let's get to the actual construction of the Onyx Super Battle Set. And since this is already a previously owned item, I'm going to bring in all the pieces in this giant flower bowl. So here we got the Pokemon with the Pokeball. Here is the island, which I'm going to do first. And in the bowl is Onyx. We'll save him for last. So now... Oh wait, yeah, I'm going to save the Pokemon for later. So then I believe the instruction manual will have the island in the second part, in the middle of it, since I want to save Onyx for last. There we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin. Warriors, the Mega Construx Pokemon Onix Super Battle Set is done. I gotta tell you, this was definitely a hell of a project because Onyx was, I wouldn't say he was difficult, but he was definitely frustrating because his repetitive boulders were definitely like pick and choose of all the pieces that I had scattered all around the table because when it came out, it was individual bags, and just having like all of Onyx all around the table didn't help much in terms of time. And also, that piece that was hiding behind the box didn't help matters because I thought I missed a piece. But everything is presented, even though Coughing is missing. I love Porygon. He's awesome. But where's Coughing? Come on, give me an explanation. Onyx is awesome, even though, like I said, his body was just a little repetitive to build, and his face was just frustrating. Kind of reminded me of Tyranitar's head, except a lot bigger. And, let's see, I'll see if I can get you guys a full view here. So here we've got Staryu, and we got these kind of like illusion stands. Like, it looks like Staryu is spitting out water, and Ekans is spitting out the poison sting on these stands here. So it's kind of cool. Kind of interesting concept there. And Porygon, he's just kind of chilling there. His face is a little goofy, though, personally, but he doesn't look too bad. Like Meowth, he's like, hiya, how you doing? I'm from Brooklyn. And Pikachu, he's just jumping in the air with his electric tail there. And it's interesting, his body is a little bit boxy. Like his one of the first Pikachus to come out in a major set, and he had like a more boxy body, and they kind of fixed that in later sets. So like the island was just kind of boring, nothing much to it. But Onyx is awesome. Just look at this beast. I'm actually going to see if I can detach him. There we go. And give you guys a good, awesome view of the first giant Pokemon in the Pokemon anime. And that is Brock's Onix, the rock-type Pokemon gym leader who had two Pokemon, Geodude and Onix. Onix was definitely a... Whoops! Yeah, here's one of the reasons why the Pokemon took so long to build, because the pieces of the boulders kept snapping off every time I was snapping on the actual snappers. But yeah, Onix is awesome, though. He's just a magnificent rock-type Pokemon, even though he's weak as hell, and Steelix is weaker. But building him, like I said, it wasn't horrible. It was just frustrating. I didn't want to say the word frustrating because, like I said, I like to say the word fun and enjoyable, but Onyx, like I said, it was definitely a hell of a project, and I'm just glad that it's finished because he does look awesome. Just this giant reptile mountain snake when he coils, for the most part, except in the middle. That's like the only straight part of his body. Everything else can, move around, and his mouth can move. And yeah, and thank goodness that piece was here. I reached into my spare pieces and pulled out one of the green ones I had just to see if I can replace it. And thank goodness it was hiding behind the box. And I'm like, oops, oh. And there it goes. It went flying. Snap. Crackle pop. Oy. Onyx, you were awesome in the show, even though Pikachu kind of kicked your butt when the water system was activated in Brock's gym. And Onyx was covered in water, and Pikachu zapped you and somehow got Ash the badge, which was so unfair. Onyx, you were the first giant Pokemon introduced. I believe the first rock type introduced in the show. And it's a shame that he kind of just got weak over time, just kind of outclassed by other giant Pokemon. But frustrating to build, but definitely worth seeing it 100% complete. Thank goodness. Let's see. This whole set came out in 2018, and it was $60, I believe. And now it is worth like $300 on eBay. And, I'm telling you, my brother definitely picked this out at the excellent time. Because I got the Raichu set all by himself. And Slobberus got this for $60. And it's worth $300 now. So if you fans out there can find this set, hang on to it, because it's definitely worth a pretty penny. The Pikachu, Staryu, and Onyx versus Team Rocket's Meowth, Ekans, and Porygon with the inclusion of the Pokeball, which I wish had coughing. That would kind of make up for it, but not just an ordinary Pokeball that just came with it. You know, if you want to put any of these other guys in there. So, an amazing set, just from my experience, just because it was already used, all the pieces of Onix and the island, they were all just kind of scattered in their own way. But other than that, this is a really cool set, and all the Pokemon were really, really fun to build. Like I said, Pikachu was boxy. He had a weird, boxy back at first, and his tail didn't have the, it just wasn't a single design, instead of just like all the Legos here. Or Mega Blocks. Staryu was the simplest of all the Pokemon to build. And he got a little stand here. And some of the Pokemon, what was it? Onix and the island, I had to go back and just to make sure some of the pieces were accurate. Hey, I read off the directions, but sometimes I just go fast and maybe kind of go with the flow. So, this took me maybe 3 hours tops, the whole set, with interruptions. Just because, I think Onix may have had like 5 bags at first, when it was all brand new. So just working with everything all on the table didn't help. So here we got Porygon. Like I said, I like Porygon. I just don't understand why he had to replace coughing. I don't know, maybe they wanted to make the whole set colorful. They wanted to throw in pink and blue in there, I guess. Since everything else is just kind of, brown, yellow, and purple, and gray. So, Porygon's cool. Just don't understand why coughing's not involved. And then we've got Ekans. Ekans pretty cool. Kind of like the way smaller version of Onyx. Let me get a good shot here. There we go. Excellent. Ekans really cool. His is simple too. Him and Staryu definitely had the less than a minute put together completion time. I think it'd be better if they put the poison sting inside the mouth of Ekans, but this was an early set. They were still kind of evolving their skills. Waka waka. Let me see, I'll put Ekans back here. Put him back on the island there. And make it look like he's spitting out the poison sting. There we go. And Meowth. Hiya, how's it going? really loyal to the Team Rocket. He's been there all the way since the second episode of the show. And Meowth has definitely not evolved, which doesn't make sense. You think of all the time that he was with Team Rocket, he would evolve or sometime in the show. I mean, come on, a talking Persian? That'd be awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to conclude this episode of the Collection Crib. I thank you all for watching, and I want to thank my brother Slobberus for letting me borrow his Mega Construx set for the show. And my goodness, $300. You can get this on eBay if you're lucky, because this is an expensive set, and he got it for $60 back in 2018. Whew, he was lucky. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of this episode of the Collection Crib. Please like and subscribe. Check out my other videos, and I will see you all next time.